Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn here, and I am at ALIS 2025. Just found some rando on the street over here, so I decided I was going to talk to him. This is Larry Cuculic. I don't know, he says CEO of something like Best Western. I've never heard of him, but I have heard of Unifocus, unifocus.com, technology that drives value. I want to thank them. But all kidding aside, I've been having so much fun watching you as you've grown into the being the CEO over here and all the changes that you've been making. How are you feeling right now as we're starting 2025, and what are your goals for Best Western this year?
So our goals are, of course, exceeding guest expectations and driving revenue to our hotels. And I think you'll talk to Brad later about how we're focused on the scale of BWH hotels and how we want to grow. But we've got to provide the stories for Brad to tell out there,
Right.
which are kind of based on brand delivery, strong loyalty program, lower operating costs, supporting our hotels so they exceed guest expectations. All those things are so very, very important. And we want to make sure that we can create those success stories so Brad can then go out there and build the brand and the scale of the brand. So we've got to look at it as a team that we can help him grow.
I love that attitude, but of course, there are always headwinds in the market, and everybody's gonna, tell you the stories. But my opinion is every year has a specific set of opportunities and challenges, and to think that one year is a whole lot better or a whole lot worse, I think leads you astray. So you got to take what you see out there and kind of implement that plan. How are you thinking about your overall strategy for 2025 based on what you're seeing with the economic developments people are talking about here on the show floor at ALIS, and also that consumer mindset?
Yeah, so it's a great question. We have 18 brands, and so we like to believe we have a brand for every guest and every developer. So if there's a developer who's well capitalized, I'm hopeful that he'll look at a new construction of I'll call it our upscale or upper mid-scale brands, because we have great prototypes. And if they're well capitalized, we want to work with them. And of course, we'll do key money. We'll do discounted kind of fee structure for them, because we recognize that the interest rates where they are today may be the new norm.
I agree with you, and I think that was the norm, but we had so many years of incredibly fake low interest rates that we raised a whole generation thinking that's the way it is. So we're not just dealing with the realities of going back to where we are, but the psychological trauma of also having to be back where we were.
Yeah, and so we've got great new construction prototypes.
Yeah.
But if someone's looking to reposition an asset, take I'll call it a upper mid-scale hotel and reposition it as a boutique hotel, we have Aiden, which is and we'll help that hotelier reposition that asset. We'll look at it closely to make sure it has an upscale comp set so that it'll compete well, because we're not about just developing hotels, we're developing successful hotels.
Well, if you just develop a hotel, then what's the point? It has to work and make that owner happy, and it's got to make the customers happy. And if you don't have that, then you're really damaging the integrity of your overall organization.
So I talked about new construction. I've talked about repositioning. I'll talk about soft brands. It's a hotel that is independent, values its independence, but want to leverage our sales, marketing, and technology platforms. So we've now become the number 2 soft brand company in the world.
Wow.
That quickly. In the past, I'll call it 8 to 10 years.
That's amazing.
And so it's about having a product out there that hoteliers can leverage our strengths. And of course, we're also a tremendously strong conversion brand.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of everything: new construction, soft brands, and of course, that soft brands are really from every section or segment of the chain scale. So we really think that what we have to offer is whatever a guest or hotelier needs.
Excellent. I love it. What are you most excited about in 2025 before we wrap up?
I am most excited about working with the team that I have and challenging them to think differently about every aspect of the company. In other words, I've said to them, my goal is to lead them and inspire them, and such that they think differently. So look at how we're marketing, look at how we operate our sales, our RFP processes, look at brand management, look at development, look at how we can use technology, and I'll use the term artificial intelligence, although I hate to do it. But it's about being most efficient and a total kind of relook at how we're doing business today because we're successful as heck. Right?
Yeah, but can't stand still.
But we're not going to. And that's what I'm excited about this year is let's look at every opportunity there's to be better.
That makes a whole lot of sense. You have to do a lot of self-evaluation. I really thought we'd be wrapped up by now, but this is super interesting to me. I think one of the good things to do is kind of look at every single lever that you have and think about how could we do better? How have market dynamics changed that maybe we need to make adapt it, or maybe technology has moved on and something's no longer working.
It's amazing how fast things change, and so if you're not in tune with change, I have had a new chief marketing officer. She joined us about a year and a half ago. She recognized how we should reimagine marketing.
Right.
About 3 months ago, hired a new chief technology officer.
Yeah.
He is looking under the hood of, I'll call it our foundation, our technology, and providing that fresh look that you have to have. So I'm excited about this year as one of reimagining how we do business.
Awesome. Well, I can't imagine that you have to reimagine too much because you're doing such a great job. Larry, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Pleasure.
And thank you for being here. Please check out my friends over at Unifocus and make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Glenn.
Thanks.